Right, so I said I've got a lot to do. In 45 days from day of filming today, this is supposed to be on track. Let's go through what's needed to be done. Obviously, there needs to be an engine in here, which there is not. We need to swap the... well, let's start from the inside. Right, we need to put the interior wiring loom back in, put all the clocks and dash back in. We need to do the other door card. We need to clean out all this stuff. That's the interior. Need to swap the gear stick over for the cable one, which by the power of internet magic I have done after filming this video. So that was a rod clutch. Steering rack has to be changed, which I've done in the previous video. We have to obviously put the engine in, but before we put the engine in, we need to do the timing belt and water pump on it just for safety, because no idea how long ago that was done. Got to put all the ancillaries back on the engine, such as the alternator and AC pump, which I'm not going to be running, but I don't have time to do a AC delete. We need to put the intercooler in. As you can see, that's how I've got to chop it properly. Got to put that back in, do all the pipe work. Got to do something about the radiator. Got to do all the pipe work for that. Then we can put the engine in, and then wire it all back up, and it will just work. But that's too much for this video, so this video will probably be just getting the inside of the car, or getting everything ready up until the point of putting the engine in, hopefully. So yeah, let's go back to cracking on with the intercooler. Right, that is this panel. Put back on. So now the gearbox is hidden away. Aside from those cables, but I guess that's how they come out. All the way back to where the big boy exhaust is going to be at the back. Not that you can really see, but here's the gear stick from the other one. It's slightly different construction. The reverse is over and down rather than pulling up and forwards. So that's the gear stick done. Gear stick done, steering rack done. Guess it's time for the interior items. Decided to actually start with the clutch hard line, which this end should go in that hole there, run by the dashboard and then go to where the pedal is. So let's fight with this. Right, how is this going to go? That's supposed to scoot along the back there. Oh, here's behind. Really quite sure which way this came out. If I'd been paying attention when I put it in, it would have been super helpful. Pretty sure that goes in there that way. But then that's gonna be all sort of in the way around here. Unless we do it from the other side. Right, we've circled its way back behind there. That's coming out roughly where the pedals will be. I suspect we probably need to put at least the pedals in, even if it's not connected to anything, just to double check. Alright, so on the left we have the new one, and on the right we have the old. So the old one, brake pedal, clutch pedal, did this cool contraption to physically pull a cable, whereas this one is all hydraulics. There's the hydraulic line there, and there's the second one that has to go somewhere, not quite sure where. Don't know, we'll find out. We'll put this back in and we'll go from there. Right, so this fixes onto those 4 studs there. On the back of here is the brake master cylinder valve thing. Oh, I don't know the proper name for it. This jobby, you see he's loose because there's no pedals supporting him. Take a note of that sealed off line there. So this is the feed from the brake fluid reservoir. And this black flexi hose is going to go through that bung and join onto there when this is connected up. So then that gets fluid into there, and then pump the pedal, pressurizes it, goes back down that line, and hopefully you have a clutch. Alright, so that's it all screwed in. We've got two clamps to the bulkhead here. Interestingly, the third that was on the clutch one isn't used at all. I guess there's less pressure or something used, and then the 4, come on, focus, the actual pedals, 1, 2, and then there's one right behind there, which is a real pain to get to. Connect this back up again. Right, we've properly hooked up everything now, so the keen-eyed among you in the last video will have seen that this brake lever is not actually in the fork, so it's now in the fork with the retaining clip through it. I just need to find a captive pin or something on there to stop that flying back out again. Yeah, so this is all cooked up, connected up, and then this pipe goes through the bulkhead. I just need to put this. I've been wiggling the other side of it, so that's come out. So yeah, brake fluid will go into there, pressurise, clutch will then pump it all the way down the far side. And that's that reconnected in, so you can see it coming through the... Oh, you can't see it. As it comes through the bulkhead and then ties into this tank as well. Oh, come on camera, there we go. Right, next up is getting the interior loom in. So, this bottom one is what came out of this car. So this is the Extreme loom, and the top one is the GT loom. And on first glance they look pretty similar. But I found a few differences. So here on the GT loom, we've got this that one, which is mirrored here. We've got another black one, which is mirrored here. We've got this white plug, which I've taken whatever sensor that is with it, which is here. But then we've also got this one on the GT loom, which we don't have on the Extreme. So not quite sure what that one's for, but probably to do with the pedals, because this is the bit that goes behind the dash. Aside from this plastic retainer rim, this all seems pretty similar. 3 plugs there, 3 plugs there, and then immediately off that we have a slight difference. So we've got this, which I'm pretty sure is like the ABS or the brake sensors. 2 of them actually, and this. And on this one we've got this, which is different. 2 of those. Then this is the fuse box and ECU connections. we have mirrored here, and then an earth. We don't appear to actually have an earth on the GT1 here. Oh no, we do. It's on this wire instead. That wire goes with that. That wire goes with that. A bit further up, we've got 2 more earths, a whole bunch of other cables. Earths and 1 indicator, side indicator off the extreme. There's the GT1, it's in a different shroud and it's a much longer bit of cable. Actually, what do we have here? We've got this and the indicator in a shroud. So that's the same. What's that for? Don't know. Absolutely no idea why another light under the yeah, no idea. Cable. Isn't that cable? Yep. And then down towards the end, on the extreme one, oh, we've got another set of lights. Interesting. Oh, maybe one of these would be the actual indicators, I think. And then, no, it can't be the indicators. Side lights, maybe? Oh yeah, side lights, because this is the plug for the actual headlights. So that's the side lights. That's the side indicators. And then we've got like a horn and water pump, which looks the same this side as well. So really, the interior loom looks identical, except for that plug. Right, so now this, you see it? This clutch line is in. We're now just peeing brake fluid all over the floor again. So I guess it's connected. I should probably check the inside to make sure it's not leaking in the footwell as well. But it all seems to be draining through the system, because if I put it down like that, there we go. So I need to clean all this up again. But let's start feeding the interior section through. So this is going to be a multi-part process, I think. Did I get that through enough? And this is all the wires for the UCH. I'll simultaneously get everything caught on this. What are you trapped on? Right, and we'll get that close enough and we'll go inside and yank it. Well, looks like we have got a bit of brake fluid leaking in here, which is not surprising because I didn't actually tighten that nut up at all. It's just finger tight, so we'll do that as well. But most importantly, here's the loom through here. Right. So this is what needs to go around the other side. These are what needs to go in this fuse box, I think. Right, so we are. It's quite a tight angle to pull this in from. that's the inner flap in. Right, I think we might just go back around the other side and give it a good slap. Yeah, as you can see, that's what we want. Ooh, that's it's gonna be a pain, isn't it? That's really tripping now. Oh. Stop dripping. Right, I think we got 3 of the 4 clips in. So you can get 4th. I'm going to try and go from the far side. Get that in. Here you can see what I've got to do. I'm going to push this in so it clips in, but it's pretty. Because the amount of rubber in there, it takes a lot of effort, and I don't have a lot of space to get a good purchase on this. Done. Firewall all sealed up. This part of the loom back in the car. What am I going to do about this dripping? I mean, there can't be that much left in there, surely. Like, this is all just gravity feeding down. Right, that's the brake line, or the gearbox fluids hopefully contained. We're just going to pull these up and just stick them in there for now. Out the way. We've got brake spanners, so let's do the pedal. Right, that's all nipped up. Hopefully not leaking anymore. We'll come back tomorrow and have a look, see if there's more brake fluid down here, but I've mopped all up. Watched it for about 5 minutes. It's not dripped so far. It was just finger tight, so when I've been fiddling with the line going through, it just undone itself. So yeah, let's thread the cable from that side around the back somehow. Hook it all up. It's definitely a lot easier when you don't care about the interior of the car, so I just ripped out a load of the soundproofing and threw it on through. Now to try and remember where each of these came from. Maybe I could look back at my old video. Alright, that's those 3 words today. Pedals hooked up, and then the one into this computer up here. So now we have this big turbo white one into here. Oh, he wants to clip itself in, and then that's my OBD2 port. That just leaves these 2 to go into the UCH, which I need to grab from inside. If, like me, you're swapping one for another, I highly recommend writing what car each one came from, because they all look the same. So that's UCH connected, so that is the interior loom all reconnected. I've put the clocks in from the GT. Just realised that there's a few bits missing off it, so I'm going to have to try and transplant the front fascia off that onto that. But hopefully we don't need that to progress any further with the interior. Yeah, so I think that is everything for the inside of the car that needs doing. Not that I want to do, obviously there's a lot I want to do in here, but needs doing for starting it up. We should be good to go. I'm going to try and just swap the immobiliser chip between the key fobs, so I don't have to mess around changing the locks, because I don't have the door lock. So I then end up needing 2 keys to get into the car, one for the exterior door physical lock, and then one for the ignition. So I'll try and get away with that. But yeah, that's the interior ready. So next step is getting the engine ready.